Hey guys, Jeff Mack here. Video number 2 in our series of how to choose the right opportunity for you to build a long-term, sustainable residual income. Now again, we're going to talk today on this video about products. I'm not going to talk about the standard things like quality and things like that because that's kind of self-explanatory. No need to waste your time with that. I'm sure that you want to represent something that you can be proud of. We're going to talk today about some things that you may not hear as much. Okay, first let's talk about the sellability of your product and the earnability on your product. Okay, first off, sellability. Is there a wholesale retail spread that you can get paid on? Okay, and is the retail price something that is somewhat justified? Maybe it's not the least expensive product in the market, but if you can justify it and it's close, and you can justify the price, then you've got a sellable product. Now, this is not so much important for you if you're not into doing a bunch of product sales, although more and more that's probably going to be required of us in this industry. But you're going to have some people in your company, in your business, on your team that want to go out and make a few $100s a month just selling the product. If you can have an opportunity, a product that they can do just that with, then it's going to appeal to more people on your team. So it's sellability. Now you want to look at the consumability as it relates to your income. First, let's talk about consumability. Products that are consumed on a regular basis, okay, every month, which creates a new order, which creates a commission for you, is great. Products that are non-consumable, when you don't see too many of those in this industry anymore, but products that are non-consumable, it means you're just going to have to go recreate a new member, a new customer, every time. That's for residuality. That's going to be a little bit difficult at some point in time down the road. You're probably going to want to slow down your working, and if that happens and your income goes down, that's not good for you. And so I want you to think about the consumability of the product as well. But let's going back to the consumability as it relates to your income. If there's a margin on that product, meaning if it can be marked up enough to pay commissions every time somebody buys it, even at wholesale, okay, then that really helps you in terms of building that long-term sustainable income. Let me give you an example. Let's take a service, consumable service. People use phones every month, right? Here's the challenge with phone service itself, okay? Does your company sell a product that's price comparative with AT&T or with what they can get at Walmart or T-Mobile or Verizon or the $40 or $50 unlimited plans out there, okay? Because it's got to be competitive with them for the consumer to justify buying it, right? Otherwise, the consumer's not going to do it. And if it is competitive with them, it's probably not. There's probably not a big margin on it because that's more of a commodity. So it's not marked up enough to where you're going to get paid a lot on the consumption of that product. It might be a penny, might be 50 cents, or less every month. Sometimes it's a quarter of a penny. And so you have to have literally tens of thousands of people in your network or in your consumer base for you to actually make any type of significant income. That's why you find the majority of the companies in our industry are companies that sell tangible products, skincare, nutrition and weight loss, cleaning products, things of that nature, because there's a proprietary formula. They can mark it up, justify the price in that markup. They pay their overhead and they pay you a commission. That's how you build a long-term sustainable residual income. So think about that when you're selecting your product. Okay, we got to help you, on a specific basis, dissect that a little bit more. But I want you to think about that. Then the other thing is to think about is your marketability of the product as it relates to its relatability. Okay, take a subset of the population. Okay, let's just take 100 people for example. If your product can appeal to 3, 4, 5 of those 100, you can probably build a pretty good business on it. However, if your product can appeal to 30 or 40 or 50% of that 100, then you know that every time you walk out of the door, every time you pick up the phone, every time you get on an airplane, get on a bus, whatever, that the majority of the people that you come in contact with, or a good number of them, already are a potential customer. Okay, so you want to look for products that are in big markets, and ideally big markets that are also growing. For years, companies have have put together products that address the baby boomers, a big demographic trend. You can read a book by Paul St. Pilsner, The Wellness Revolution, for example, that goes into great detail about that. However, now many companies are putting together products that address Generation X, or the millennials. And very simply, you want to have a consumer base that is big and that's growing, not shrinking, so that you have a better chance to create that income, and that income has a great chance of growing as time goes on. Because again, this is what you're doing. Think about this. You got to manufacture the product, and then you've got your consumer base, okay, and you build it one person at a time, whether it's a distributor, team member, and then their customers, or whether your own customers. Some of those customers may become team members and bring on other team members and other customers, etc. That's a consumer base that you're building. You've got the manufacturer, the company you represent. You want to put yourself right in the middle of that flow, okay, as products move from the manufacturer to the end user, and then you get a percentage of that sale, okay? If that flow can be as big as possible, then you make more money, bottom line. So think about the product that you're representing in those terms, and think about, is there when people actually consume the product, do I get paid, $5, $10, $20, whatever the case might be. So that's something you really want to consider. And the last thing is again, and maybe the most important thing after you get past all of the other stuff, is it a product that you can be passionate about? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you can use, although that helps. We'll talk about that. But let's say that you're 6'4", 175 pounds. Maybe you're not in the market for a weight loss product, but that doesn't mean you can't do a business like that, because maybe you can get passionate about how your product helps that large problem in our society. It helps people lose weight, people that need to lose weight, etc. That's a big market and rapidly growing. Billions, tens of billions of dollars, and rapidly growing. That's a big market. Weight loss is an example. You could say anti-aging, any others. But the key is what can you be passionate about? Now, if you can be passionate about it, that's one thing. Again, whether it's from your own personal relatability, whether it's from the fact that it addresses a big problem in the market and helps us create a solution, it does it maybe as good or better than anybody else. But if then you can use that product yourself, okay, and create a kind of a testimonial, then that creates an emotional attachment that not only will happen with other people, which again will ensure the long-term residual nature of your income, but also people are attracted to that passion and will be attracted to your story if you have that story. So that is something that you want to think about. Can you get passionate about how it addresses the market? Can you use it yourself? And then can you create a story that you're passionate about telling from your own usage? If so, then that's something that really is going to be kind of wind at your back as you build your business. What I'm trying to do here is not only help you identify what's a good long-term residual opportunity for you to build, but also give you as much of an unfair advantage as possible so that the odds are stacked more in your favor than against you, so that you can build that income. So those are things to think about when you're building a long-term sustainable income, and ask yourself those questions. Try to get those answers. I'm happy to help you if you don't know how to dissect some of these things. Help you a little bit further, but be honest with the answers and really do that due diligence as you're looking at an opportunity, because it'll help you in terms of the long-term nature. So remember, guys, this is network marketing. So cast your net really, really wide, and work hard to make your marketing as attractive as possible. We'll see you on the next video.